Hi there everybody, my name is Rachel. I will be doing your voiceovers for this video. I hope you really enjoy it. Thank you so much. So before we get into the main portion of the video, I just wanted to go ahead and give kind of a quick overview of just our colors and the words we chose to go with them and how this experiment is going to run. So our colors, we just went with the basic rainbow of Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. We have our warm colors, which are more highly emotional, cold colors, which are more devoid of emotion. Not to say they don't have any, it's just that when we look at our associations, warm get emotion, cold get less emotion. Red, three words that we picked were stressed, excited, and angry. Characteristics of red is that it's a primal color. A lot of overuse of red has been proven to cause irritations. It is very energetic. It is the warmest color on our spectrum. Orange is loud, hungry, and annoyed. It is a hunger color. So this color is secondary and can hold similar features to red and yellow because it is a secondary color. Like I said, it is an appetite color. It also can be used as a cautionary color. Yellow is a quiet, positive, happy color associated with sunshine, warm, positive objects, sunflowers. You see it a lot in classrooms because it's commonly used with children as a positive way to have a calm atmosphere that is very welcoming and inviting to children. It is also a quiet, calming, warm color. It is the only quiet of the warm colors, but it has quiet and calming attributes that are positive and happy. Green, being the first of our cool colors, is peaceful, lonely, and greedy. The peace can come from the color association with nature, so can the lonesomeness, but it also has a connection to money, as a lot of our money in our system is green. We say that you make green. We use it in these passive phrases that associate this color with money or health. So it is a healthy color, which can be a divisive color. And a lot of times, when we see, loneliness in nature, it's very common because, in nature you are often all alone. We also see it with greed and money and loneliness. Like, these three go hand in hand because they say the more money you have, the lonelier you get. Yet a lot of people are lonely from money because others are greedy. It is a very connective little pattern here. It's considered the isolation color, which we talked about with the loneliness, because it is a mixture of blue and yellow. Blue being a depressive color, yellow being a very quiet but positive color. It is a passively quiet color, almost. The next two colors we have, focus camera, are blue and violet. So blue is focused, sleepy, and relaxed. Those are the words we went with because it is an educational color often associated with wisdom as per focus. Very often, if you are looking in on YouTube even, let's say, and you're looking at educational videos, a lot of them will have blue somewhere in their icon or somewhere in the video to kind of help draw your attention towards the subject and make them feel more valid as far as how it works. It also is a depressive color. People say they're feeling blue, they're feeling sad. Depression often makes you sleepy. So does relaxation, though, because it is a calming and meditative color. Calming and meditative cold color, I should say. And depression often is kind of, in more common popular talk, is more lacking of positive emotions. Now, we know from being in this class that depression and things like that are actual issues that people can deal with on either a chemical level or a psychological level. It is all varying. However, sleeping and relaxation can be very highly attributed to the calm and meditative cold aspect of this color, but sleep in particular can be highly associated to the depressive nature of this color. Violet is a passionate, moody, and jealous color. Moody coming from the blue, passionate and jealous coming from the red in this secondary color. It is the color of royalty, so passion and jealousy are very highly attributed to that royal status of this color. Often the word associates higher to its red family than to its blue family in the color word association, which is a little odd because it gets more of the passively negative attributes of the red color. So we say moody, we say jealous, we say passionate. These are not words that we often would, well, passionate would be used with red, but like moody and jealous, red doesn't always link up as well as far as studies have shown. So, that being said, we have 2 experiments being run. The first set of experiments were filmed by Bethany. The second set of experiments filmed by me. I will be interjecting my voice into both segments to explain the rules of each game and to explain the results afterwards. So stick around. Thank you. This is Bethany's portion of the video that she took, where she had 4 people, 2 male, 2 female, do her portion of the project. And in her rendition of our experiment, she took all 18 words that we had. We had 3 lists of 6 words to correlate with the colors. And she let them match the colors and the words however they best see fit, with no limitations for how many could be assigned to each color.
Peaceful.
This gives more of a free and open opportunity for them to just express how they think each color matches, each color works. Now, ideally, we would think that they would pick about 3, 3, and 3.
Love.
Now they didn't have to, and often they didn't.
Loud.
But we were assuming that with red, as I discussed in the previous video you saw, red would get stressed, excited, and angry. We also saw that orange should get loud, hungry, and annoyed. Yellow should get quiet, positive, and happy. Green should get peaceful, lonely, and greedy. Blue should get focused, sleepy, and relaxed. While violet should get passionate, moody, and jealous. As each person goes through and is matching the colors, one of the very first things to notice is that very often one color gets favored and gets a couple more words than the others. Now, this might be because of, acknowledged favoritism towards a specific word, and other times it might just be, an unconscious association of specific words for that person. We did take note on who said what and how everybody matched their colors, and just so everybody's clear, person 1 put about 3 words per area, with only giving an extra word to a couple spots.
Jealousy.
And we also had person 3 who's going right now, and you'll see that she puts a lot of words on red. So if red is her favorite color, or if red is just a color that she often associates with things, that could be the root of the issue. Or it might just be because we do have a color on our spectrum, well, 2 colors actually, that are secondary colors of red. Additionally, as we're looking at this, she didn't put any colors on yellow, and she continues to not put any colors on yellow for the entirety of her session.
Passionate. Moody. Hungry.
And you can also hear that she is saying where she's putting each one.
Passionate red. Annoyed is yellow.
This is our last and final person to go. She is actually the person who got the closest to putting 3 on each, with the exception of one category. Another these thing that we noticed was in this video, at least, and we'll go over what happens in the next sets of videos when we get there, but in these videos, the women did take longer to make their decisions and were the only ones who made secondary motions after placing a color that they might be changing their decision. So women did take longer in making their choices, and whether that is because they were analyzing the colors more, or they were just looking over it and giving a slight more decision just because of who they are, we didn't have time to really get into. But there is a good chance that it is just that the women were taking longer to make their choices, because women do have a certain level of complexity with colors. Very often when we're looking at colors, women are associated with a lot of secondary colors, as I said. So in this section we have the results. So for this experiment, red got angry and passionate, orange got happy, yellow did not have any correlating words due to just kind of a lack of options given, green got greedy and jealous, blue got sleepy and lonely, and then violet again did not have any correlating words. Now, this does not mean that, we didn't have words for them. It's just that the data didn't prove anything to be statistically significant. So we ran a second set of experiments. This is Spyro. In this round of experiments, we kind of changed the game. We took our words and we separated them into 3 lists. That way we could make sure that each word got something assigned to it every round. In doing this, we were hoping to get better results, a little bit more clear, structured analysis, and it actually kind of works. So doing it this way, each word was able to get an assigned color, and we were able to have, just an easy to look at list of what we were using. So all we did was we took our words off of how we originally organized them for our hypothesis, red stressed, orange loud, yellow quiet, green peaceful, blue focused, and violet would be passionate. And we were hoping that while they looked at...
Good job! This is Jadon. Jadon's going to play our matching game.
While they looked at this, that, they would match things up the same way that we had organized them for our hypotheses. Now, of course, did that happen? A little bit. Some words made it, some words did not. And for the most part, I would say that we were successful in getting them to about half the words. But another portion of it is that we did use the colors of the rainbow, and we did use spectrum colors. So we have the orange, the green, and the violet, which kind of throw off the words a little bit as they are mixed colors. So anything that was green might have fallen into yellow. Anything that was violet might have fallen under the red category. And they might have thought that orange was more of a red or a yellow. So it just kind of depended on how the individual person feels, but I think it definitely does prove that, people do have a way to associate a color with an emotion or with a word that doesn't necessarily have to be an object. You can't hold excitement, you can't hold anger, you can't hold loudness, you can't hold any of these things. These are non-physical representations of different emotional states or just different feelings that we have. So just matching up those colors to the words, it does show that there is a correlation, and this correlation has been used in marketing aspects, it's been used in education, it's used all the time for so many different things. That's why when you go to a fast food restaurant, they have the colors red and yellow. One, because, warm colors are an appetite color. They encourage your appetite, they encourage you to eat. You don't go into a restaurant that's just stark blue, because blue is not a very appetizing color. Now, red, orange, and yellow are very popular colors amongst them because not only do they increase your appetite, but red and yellow are so high in energy and positivity that the yellow makes you feel happy and the red makes you feel like you need to get in and out, so you're not spending a lot of time there. Whenever we're looking at, recycling, or we're looking at things that are supposed to be helping nature, we see a lot of green. Whenever we're looking at things that deduct or add to monetary value, we see green as well. So you see a lot of dollar stores are trying to maximize your feeling of value by having green logos, such as Dollar Tree. They do this very often. Another color that dollar stores use very often is yellow, because, you know, it provides that happiness. It provides like that positive attitude. So green is used a lot because it makes you feel like there's value there. Green is also used for recycling bins, as I said. It's used for conservation efforts because it is the color of nature. When we see blue, we see it more in science labs, tech facilities, things like that, because blue is a very, you know, cold but wise color. Now, violet, we see in more health things still, just because it does have a little bit of that warmth from the food. But very often...
Help me! So this is Sarah. She's going to play the little matching game we've got going on.
Very often when we see the color purple, it's being used to kind of sell you something that's a little bit more luxurious, something a little bit more intense. You have these royal purples, or you have like these mythical, mystical beings as purple. You see dragons are purple. You see that, you know, magic and wizards and things like that have purple to them. And when we're looking at our colors, some of the other underlying aspects of it could just be that, you know, in marketing, they've figured out all of these things already. And if they want to sell to a large number of people or to a specific audience, they're going to utilize these different color aspects. As we see with Sarah's recording here, you see her have that moment of hesitation and moving the colors around. This is something that not a lot of people did. Actually, I don't think anybody other than Sarah really moved the colors around and changed their decisions.
So this is Allie, and Allie's agreed to run this experiment.
Even in Allie's go, she does take a little bit longer to make her final decisions, and we did have to kind of film hers more than once just because she got so frustrated with like just how she was putting things down. So hers did take 2 recordings, but she did stick to the same plan and the same colors each time. And we only re-recorded the first one, not any of the other 2 clips, which you can kind of see are separated just by the quick little jump cuts. Allie did take longer to make her decisions though, and we saw that with Bethany's video. The females there also took a little bit longer to make their decisions. I did speed up my videos just because they did take so much longer due to the fact that they had to run 3 rounds of the experiment. And so it might not seem like they took a lot of time. So now we get into the results section. So for red, we had stressed and loud on the first list, angry from the second, hungry and moody from the third. This is kind of more or less what we expected as far as, you know, the words that we wanted, but also some words that kind of just got lost because of other colors. Orange gave us loud and excited, as well as jealous and annoyed, which was kind of odd just because of the nature of the word. We got one word in there that we thought we would get. Yellow gave us happy and relaxed, which was pretty good to see considering it is a very happy color, and that the relaxed portion of it could also be kind of quantified by the peaceful. Green gave us peaceful, focused, greedy, as well as positive and jealous, which jealous didn't really fit the bill the way we thought it would, but, you know, people pick what they pick. Blue only got us focused and happy as correlating words, and I mean, focused was one of the words, happy kind of didn't make sense, but looking back, I did ask them all their favorite colors, and most of them, except for Spyro, said blue, so maybe that's it. Purple gave us passionate, quiet, sleepy, annoyed, and jealous. So on the plus side, each color did end up taking at least one of the words that we associated with it. On the minus side, you know, sometimes you're just going to have an issue with secondary colors and with color favoritism that is going to take whatever you had for your hypothesis and just mix it up a little bit. So we did prove partially our hypothesis, however, more time and a deeper study would probably be much wiser.